The State of Crypto is presented by Tron, connecting the world to the power of cryptocurrency.
All right, we've got CoinDesk Global Policy and Regulation Managing Editor Nick Day, who's also the editor of CoinDesk's The State of Crypto newsletter. Good morning, Nick. So the Treasury Department is banning people in the United States from using Tornado Cash, which is a coin mixer used to obfuscate transactions. Break down what's going on for us.
Yeah, good morning. So yesterday, the Office of Foreign Asset Control, which is the Treasury Department unit tasked with preventing sanctions violations, added Tornado Cash and 40-something Ether and USDC addresses to its basically its blacklist. It prevents all U.S. citizens abroad and in the U.S., as well as anyone else on U.S. soil, from interacting with these addresses, transacting, engaging with it in any way, lest they risk criminal penalties. And the reason that the the Treasury Department gave for this is that OFAC has tied, something like $1.7 billion or 1.5 to 1.7 billion dollars worth of transactions in crypto to illicit activity. A lot of it, they claim or allege has been tied to North Korea's Lazarus hacking group specifically, which has been very active in, again, allegedly stealing crypto from various hacks and scams over the past several years, last year in particular. So this includes, for example, the massive Ronin hack of Axie Infinity earlier this year, the Harmony hack, the Nomad Bridge hack, and several others. And basically, the Treasury Department is saying, if Tornado Cash is unable to prevent or mitigate this kind of money laundering, it is a national security concern.
So, Nick, there are some privacy advocates who are saying, hey, this isn't fair. Like if people want to do a transaction that they don't want, say, their spouses or mistresses or whatever it is to see the transaction, they should be allowed to use something like Tornado Cash to do it. So what kind of criticisms are we seeing coming out of the civil liberties community?
Yeah, the privacy angle is a big one. And, if you look at Tornado Cash's usage over the past 2.5 to 3 years, it was launched in 2019, about $7 billion worth of crypto has been transacted through its lifetime. About 20% of that has been tied to Lazarus Group by blockchain analytics companies. And, some amount has been tied to other criminal activities, but that's still, a vast majority would appear to be tied to completely legal usage. So, those folks, for whatever reason, maybe they're experimenting with it, maybe they are using it for the reasons you said, maybe they just want to, maybe they're just very privacy focused and privacy conscious. And so, yeah, right now what OFAC is saying is if you continue using this, you're in violation of sanctions, you might face criminal penalties. The exchanges, for example, that you're using might face criminal penalties. So, if you have used if you've used Tornado Cash and you're transferring to an exchange, the exchanges might have reason to look at you suspiciously or to look at your transactions suspiciously. So there is a good chance. Yeah. Yeah.
USDC also has joined in on this, and they've also they've frozen some wallets, correct?
Exactly. So that's the other side effect or impact of this is that it is in companies like Circle's best interest to just proactively freeze any coins, anything that is on these addresses that have been blacklisted. So I think it was only like $75,000 worth of USDC was frozen yesterday. And while some of that may be tied to Lazarus and other hacking groups, some of that will belong to folks who are just trying to use a privacy mixer. And at this point, it's unclear what kind of recourse these users might be able to take to get their money back.